And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. It's almost that time. It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup, and today's game as the Knicks come into town for this one. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. A quick check now to starting five for both teams. And as always, we'll be watching Carmelo Anthony.
Well, there's a reason he's one of the top scorers in the league. Melo is so versatile offensively. He gets in that triple threat position, and then it's a kind of a pick-your-poison dilemma for the defender.
Well, he's got a honey-sweet stroke.
Story here is the return of Tony Wroten, who had been sidelined with the injury. And
school traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the...
Williams covering. D'Alembert passes to the captain. Sinks the three-pointer.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own. The glass helped his team out big time.
And then Shumpert slams it in. Putting on a show for these people. With the lead pass, Huffman. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, in their last game, guys, he was dialed in at the line.
Yeah, no question. I mean, it may have been the strongest part of his game that night.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Both free throws good from the captain.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Brett Brown. Defending Amari Stoudemire is always a challenge, but Coach said he's easy.
It happens far too often.
Let's go. The shot's good from the captain. The captain's got 7. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at New York. Right now, they're locked into 3rd place in the conference.
The quick fix, I know that. So often, the best teams are built through the draft, being sensible with their contracts. When you try to take shortcuts.
Defensive impact as a freshman Clark at Kentucky, but the knee injury dropped him to number 6.
Yeah, you're drafting that high. General manager's looking for an immediate.
One-on-one fast break. And the shot's good from the captain. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the...
As soon as the shot goes up.
Picked his pocket. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team...
His father was a respected high school coach. Actually coached him before he went on to start at point guard at Boston University under Rick Pitino.
The Knicks making a switch.
Drop for him today.
Grant kicks to Williams. There's the feed to Wroten. Grant, right side. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Oh, that's a frustrating one there. Easy look at the hoop.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And of all the things about him that you like offensively, it's his composure that jumps out at me. The way he never gets rattled. The defense can get in him. He doesn't care. He just continues to do his thing.
And Steve, near the bucket, he's one of the best finishers around. I mean, he does a great job of using. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Shot's good from the captain.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Samuel D'Alembert, he's checked in. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
I know we've said this many times before, but I'll say it again. He had a great first half, just an explosive offensive display there.
At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had. He can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And when they're able to secure boards, that does a lot of things for them. It helps their defense, keeping teams from getting set.
Pass to Shved. Kicks it to Wroten. Noel sets a screen for Wroten. Thompson outside. 4 on the clock. Knicks with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's the captain. 21 points in the game, and that one's good. Dishes it to Shved. And Dallenberg pulls it down.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And what a tremendous game for the captain. He has 23 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Both free throws good from the captain.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half has been...
Going back to the hack the player strategy, you hate to see fouling as a productive strategy.
You know, I'm not a big fan of it. It's certainly allowed.
And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And Shumpert, fantastic athlete, great quickness and leaping ability.
Yeah, he's rebounded very well from his ACL injury, and he's got a nice handle to go along with good passing ability. A lot of upside remaining in his game.
5 on the clock. Here's Huffman. Rebound by the 76ers. Richardson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Stoudemire. Persistence pays off as they tonight with that last one.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
That one is no good. Now, again and again, they're not in the penalty yet. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, you got to freeze the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
A few misses at the line, and they're in good shape.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
Hunter Williams dishes to Richardson. Bullseye! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
Road back hasn't been an easy one, but they've managed to climb all the way out of the hole and tie this game.
I have to say, pretty remarkable, Steve. At one point, I thought they were done.
Pulls up from the corner. It falls! So a close game sees New York take this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coaches happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the captain.
Congrats on getting a win in a really close game. How much does a game like that change the way you play in the closing moments, knowing that the outcome is hanging in the balance?
It really changes the way you approach things because you know how important every possession is. One mistake can cost you the game, so it forces you to be a lot more methodical about everything you do. Tonight, our team was able to keep that focus and make plays when we needed to, and really, that was the difference.
Hey. It's all about defense tonight, fellas. You hear me? And I got Lowry. He's getting nothing. Nothing. All game long. I'm going to be right up on him. Like butter on a biscuit.
There's no back down in him tonight, that's for sure. It's an exciting Sunday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Our starting lineups will look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting 5 for both teams. And the guys checking out DeMar DeRozan here. What can we expect?
Well, he's one of the most explosive finishers in the game. Guys, 6'7", great leaping ability, and can really run the wing in transition. position.
Yeah, and a strong frame too, Steve. He can throw it down with the best of them. Looking at Toronto, they want to turn it around after the loss to Chicago and the Bulls in the Windy City.
Now, Kevin, I'm all for aggressive defense, but they were over the top in that game and wound up in a lot of foul trouble.
Well, Steve, you and I both know it, Kevin as well. There's a difference in being reckless. Clearly, they were the latter.
Well, hockey rules
There aren't that many people in the world of his size. Factor in his motor, he can really impact the game. Guys, we'll see how they try to deal with him.
Captain, he had 28 points in the win against Philadelphia. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Well, they ran a nice play there.
Dallenby. Here's the captain. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The captain's got 6 points. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Knicks. Unless they completely melt down, they should be in good position. The captain passes to Shumpert. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Shumpert's got his first 2 points.
Those are the game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
And it's Stoudemire with the jam.
very clever passing. That was just beautifully done. Shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got...
Back to Anthony. Takes the three. And that one's good. Anthony's got his first bucket down, Clark. They're teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make it a close game, a potential momentum builder.
The dish to Stoudemire. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for him.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the
screen for Anthony. Here's Huffman. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. That's 12 points for the captain. Amir Johnson at the floor with Valanciunas at the pivot. Lowry and Ross pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Martin in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for
billion. That's a B. Billion.
For New York, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. The captain passes to Shumpert. Here's Huffman. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Some fantastic numbers for the captain. He has 14 points and 5 assists.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. Raptors in the city of Toronto set to host the All-Star Game in 2016. Toronto has already contributed $500,000 to help host the event.
Well, you know, the city is one of the great cities.
A stretch of very good outings for him. Will we see another one tonight, Kevin?
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by Steve his standards.
Well, those are pretty high standards, Jordan. And along with the All-Star Game, the Raptors looking forward to a rebrand next season. New colors. They considered blue and white like the short-lived professional team, the Toronto Huskies. Black and gold, another direction.
And the Raptors certainly influenced by the Nets, who rebranded themselves in the move from New Jersey to Brooklyn. They went from dead last in the league in merchandise sales to top 5.
Stolen away. Here's Huffman. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Dishes to Augustine. Shot denied. They recover it. And the Raptors miss again. New York's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And that one's good.
The more touches he gets, the more this lead will grow. He has just been unconscious this quarter.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here is Barea. Guarded by Hardaway. From outside the arc. Another miss by Barea. And so that brings the first half to a close. Knicks lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
I loved his approach, guys. He came out aggressively, took the ball into the teeth of the defense, and either got points at the rim or drew fouls.
Most of the time he's been drawing fouls. He has the free throw total to show for it, as well as a few nicks and bruises.
On the court for the Knicks. Shumpert and Mello, they're the wings. Allen Bears out there with Stoudemire. And it's the captain in at the point guard position. Good. Carmelo Anthony, one of the league's
elite defenders, have to play him close, but then he has the quickness and the strength, along with the ball handling, to get by his man and get right to the rim. No question, he's really difficult to cover.
He's been one of their more reliable
percentage shot.
And he gets it to go.
He is setting this.
They're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
I'll be looking forward to seeing how that Detroit game plays out for sure.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half. He has really punished these defenders today, no matter who's up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are, look at them, they are pumped up. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Good on the shot. Calderon's got 4 points this quarter.
What a smooth finish.
Gives him the lead pass. Got a piece of it. 1:36 left to play in the third. Anthony, the pass to the captain. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got his 5th assist in this one. Got to give a tip of the cap to the top rookie defenders in the NBA this season. Well, you look at the captain, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
You know, the savviest defensive player among the rookie class this season is him. No question, guys. The secret's out. Opponents know they have to worry about him now.
And I guarantee you they are, Steve. I mean, because the number of steals he's come up with are impossible to ignore. They speak volume. Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Shoots it up. And again, it's New York.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last.
Oh, that's blocked. Here's Anthony. Here's Huffman. Off target. And we've reached the end of the third. New York ahead. They lead by 6. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. One-on-one fast break. Shumpert, headed by Augustine. That's good. And that's 11 points for Iman Shumpert.
One player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic is really strong.
And Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
Terrence Ross is checked
to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time. Way to play in attack mode and get inside.
And you know, if you're on defense and you're going to foul, make sure it's a good one. They did, preventing the and one.
Both free throws good from the captain.
Look at the free throw percentage. Unblemished since halftime, Clark. That's pretty nice.
I'd go farther than that, Steve. How about perfect?
Ross. Left side Lowry. It's rebounded by New York. The captain's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Here's Lowry. And that misses. That would have put
crucial key play.
Yeah, 6 lead changes so far. So which team can come up with that big play you're talking about?
Runs to the rim.
And they haven't been able to return the favor. I mean, their offense in the paint has not been up to par.
Here's what the schedule says for the New York Knicks and what it looks like. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. Start a 3-game homestand with that game. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And I also like the penetration. I mean, they're getting into the paint, getting a lot of easy hoops from those strong drives.
To the captain. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Out to Shumpert. And it's all evened up. Shumpert's got 7 now in this quarter.
A wide open 3. They need much better.
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
And that one's good.
They're getting exposed right now.
Anthony against DeRozan. Anthony, the pass to the captain. Second chance effort, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Toronto leading by 6. Ross kicks to Lowry. It's tipped, and here we go. The feed to Shumpert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Boy, went out the window with those free throws.
Here's Huffman. No good on the quick three. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
It's just been announced that you were once again named Player of the Week. Does this come as a surprise at all after the way you've been playing?
It's always a surprise for me. I don't ever expect to get any sort of awards or recognition for my play. I'm just out there doing what I can to help my team win games. That's the #1 priority. And anything else, man, it's just ice.